everyone, welcome to today's video where we are talking all about the best Sleepsacks. I'm Connelly, mother of two. I have used so many Sleepsacks with my two little girls. One is going to be 3 this month already. This is just wild. And the other one is 15 months. So I've seen them all. I have used so many different Sleepsacks. Some were handed down, some I used with both, some I used with just one of the girls, but I feel very qualified to talk about this topic because I have used them all, seriously. So I'm gonna talk about the best ones, the ones I wouldn't spend my money on, and just the ones that work the best and why. Now, there are a lot of things we're going to get into today, but first hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss future videos like this, and I'd love to see you around. So with that, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to go in chronological order based on, the needs of the baby once they're born and then on up. So this is actually the Sleepsack that they'll have you use in the hospital. Now this one was handed down to me. It is a Halo Sleepsack, newborn size, and you can see that it has Velcro to kind of swaddle the baby. So you put the baby in here, you zip him up, or you zip it down, I guess, and then you put the straps around the baby's arms, because otherwise what happens is they have this startle reflex and they don't have control of their hands yet. So they have a startle reflex, it wakes them up, or they hit themselves in the face or whatever. And like those first newborn days and weeks and months, sleep to the baby and to the mother and parent in general is so crucial. So anything you can do to help with sleep during those times, it's worth it. So use the swaddle. This one I really liked. I like the Halo Sleepsack for sure. This is a material that is fleece. This one's in the best shape because I used it the least amount, but I will say this fleece material is so sweet for like snuggling the baby, but it gets really pilled, and I have a bunch of different examples because I have different sizes in Halo Sleepsack fleece. So I'll show you those, but like when I say pilled, you can just see the wear, and I'm talking about after like 2 washes. So I would rank this one really high. I would definitely use this one again with another baby. And yeah, a couple of tips. Get white, okay? You might think, well, white, why would I do that? Well, I had my first baby. She didn't spit up. She very rarely had like diaper explosions. So that was amazing. Like I thought that's just how babies were, and I thought I could get whatever color Sleepsack I wanted. Nope, second baby came and I found out that is not my first baby was not normal. Like that's not typical. My second baby was much more normal. She spit up, she had diaper explosions. So I needed a lot of Sleepsacks, and they got dirty, they got gross. So white is a color that you can bleach. Bleach will take care of everything. So it's really great. Use that. If you get gray, the color gray, the bleach will turn it kind of a yellow. Like it just doesn't look quite right. Some other colors will work great, but anyway, that's just a little tip. And then the other thing when we talk about Sleepsacks is that there's something called TOG, and that is the thermal overall rating, I think, TOG. No, wait, what is it? Let me look it up. No, thermal overall grade, actually, TOG. And so that tells you how thick the Sleepsack is, how warm it's gonna be. So I live in Minnesota in the US. There are parts of Canada that are further south than Minnesota is. So we're such a cold state. We don't get warm fronts of air very often. So it's cold here a lot of the time. And then the other time, it's hot and humid, and we have our air conditioning on inside. So it's literally always cold in my house. So I just have learned to get the thicker TOG. So it goes from like, you usually see 0.5 to like 2.5. They go up higher. I think they go up to 3.5, but I've only ever seen 2.5. So I started getting those, FYI. And I'll show you some of those in a minute here. But in the meantime, the next Sleepsack we're going to talk about is the Merlin Suit, or the Magic Sleepsack, Baby Merlin's Magic Sleepsack. So you can see this is like a marshmallow, a little marshmallow suit, and your baby looks like the Michelin Man in it. It's so funny, it's so cute. This one is supposed to kind of weigh them down so they can't move as much, but what I found with my baby is that it just was a little too tight, and the baby was kind of fighting it and uncomfortable, which really defeated the whole purpose. So it didn't really work for me. And then the other thing was, my baby, I always had them in big, thick fleece pajamas. And so I could hardly get their little feet through. So anyway, this one didn't work for me just based on where I live, how I was dressing the baby. Oh, and the other thing, my babies grow really, really fast. So that's something you're not gonna know. If you're expecting a baby, you're not gonna know until you have a baby. But if you have a baby and you already know, okay, my baby is growing fast or is on the smaller side, you can kind of plan the sizing a little bit better. But I didn't have that luxury. So my baby outgrew it and it was too tight in general. So this one didn't work for us, but it could work for other people. The next sleep sack I have is the smallest thing I've ever seen. This is like the size of 1.5 Beanie Babies. It's so tiny. I'm gonna show a picture of my baby in it so you can see how like snug she was and how tight it was, but this is a newborn size. And there's no armholes or anything, so it's literally like trying to keep the baby all snug and warm, just like they were in the womb. That's how they like to be. It makes them feel comfortable. It makes them not hit themselves in the face and wake them up. It's a good thing, but my baby grew too fast, basically, by the time I put her in this, and it didn't work. So this one is the Swaddle Me Newborn, and I think it would have worked if I would have had a bigger size that I could put her in. And I'll show you a picture. She just looks like a little peanut in it. It's so funny. So this is not one I would probably try again. And the other thing is, with the Swaddle Blankets and things, my babies were so strong, they'd always get a hand out no matter how tight I did. I mean, at some point it's like, you can't do it that tight because it's like around their neck basically at that point. Like even if it's around their shoulders, it like gets up to their neck. So they get their little hands out and then they, you know, it defeats the purpose. They scratch themselves. It's just like, ugh. So you kind of want them to not have their hands out all the time. But this one just wasn't a winner for me. Next, we're gonna move to the next size up. Okay, so this brand is Blankets and Beyond. This is a really soft, pretty looking material, but it's not really a functional sleep sack. Like you can see, you just kind of put the baby in it. There's no zipper or anything. They go in here and then you Velcro the wings around it. You can't really get it tight enough. It's slippery. The baby gets right out of it. It just kind of defeats the purpose. I didn't like the fact that that these were kind of looser because I felt like it could go over the baby's face and be like a breathing issue. So not a big fan of this one at all. Okay, another sleep sack I have, which I couldn't find the whole thing. It's in storage somewhere and I didn't want to dig too deep, but I have a sleep sack in this material. And it's a zipper one, and the baby has its arms out. So you can use it just like that, where the baby has its arms out, or you can attach this piece that goes over, and then you like wrap this around the baby, and then it's Velcro so that the baby has their arms, again, snug. The problem with this one was it has these little pieces to attach. There's little strings attached to the sleep sack. I do not know how this one is approved for sale. Without fail, it would come undone. Without fail, it would be over the baby's face. It's not safe for sleeping. I do not recommend it. I'm gonna look this up because I bought this on Amazon because I needed something. I mean, when I say we had so many issues with sleep, I eventually got to the point where when the baby was 6 months old, I got shingles. My body was so exhausted, so tired. I was waking up and our doctor told us we couldn't sleep train until 6 months because she was so big that she like needed the blood sugar and she needed the milk overnight. It was just a nightmare. So anyway, I was doing everything I possibly could to get more sleep and just like a desperate mother, and I would try anything, but this one is not worth the money. So every single one of these sleep sacks, by the way, you can get on Amazon. So I'm linking to all of them below. I'm gonna link it, but I'm gonna link it to show you to probably not get, I wouldn't recommend it. The next sleep sacks I have are, again, Halo. So these are the small size. This is 3 to 6 months or 13 to 18 pounds. So some of them do months, some of them do small, some of them do weight. It's kind of hard to figure it out, but this one is one of the zipper ones. Now, okay, I used to swear by Halo. I did. And I'll use them next time for sure. I have so many with the next baby, I mean, but like the one thing I cannot stand about them is that the zipper from the top. So what that means is the zipper isn't connected. You have to take time to like connect the zipper and then pull it down. So it's undone and it takes, and that extra minute when the baby's crying or fussing or pushing or whatever is so annoying. It's so annoying. I don't know why they do it that way. So anyway, I don't recommend it for that reason. I'm trying to find another one with the wings that zippers from the bottom up, so you never have to take that time to attach it. But I have a bunch of those without the swaddly piece. But if you have any recommendations, comment them below because I need to know for next baby. Again, here's another, it's the same exact Sleepsack, size small, but in white, and you can just really see the pilling on this one. I mean, all over, and you can really see it's so worn on this one as well, but you've got to have a few in each size because if your baby has an accident or it gets wet or it's in the wash or whatever, like you gotta have another one if you want your baby to sleep. And the other thing is the Sleepsack is so nice even as they grow out of the part where you want them to swaddle, because once they're used to it, first of all, it keeps them warm. When they're warm and snug, they stay asleep longer. It's great for that reason. But the other reason is in their brain, it starts to signal sleep. It starts to signal, oh, it's sleepy time. Okay, I'm getting ready. It's night time. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, I get it. So I've used it almost all the way through, like until Ava was about 2.5, and then she started being like, no Sleepsack. Like she just wanted to kind of assert some control in any area of her life, and we're like, okay, fine, no Sleepsack. She gets so hot now, she doesn't even sleep with socks. So Sleepsack isn't right for kids, you know, for their whole lives, but for a long time, these have worked. The next size I have is medium. Oh, actually, this is another small Sleepsack. So I'm gonna talk about these in a minute. So these are where there is an arm slot, but the arm, there's no hole for the arm to come out. So it kind of keeps them like, a lot of babies like to have their arms up. They just do, especially newborns to like 3 or 4 month olds. They're just more comfy for them. They just like it. They're, you know, they like their hands, they like to chew on them, they like to like feel whatever they're wearing and that sort of thing. So like, they like to have their hands up. So this Sleepsack is meant to keep their hands up, but have a little bit of control, have a little bit of protection so that they're warm, and maybe it doesn't allow them to hit themselves in the face like with that startle reflex. But I found that these don't work. I also use what's the other one called? Yeah, so there's another one like these, and I'll like this one where it just has the hands up, and the baby, it's so cute. The baby looks like a little cactus or something. It's just like, meh. And it's cute as heck. It's the cutest thing in the whole world. But it doesn't work. Like the baby still hits themselves in the face. I found the fabric's pretty loose. So those just aren't on my list of things that I would recommend or buy for myself if I had to do it all over again. And that one I did buy. This one was a hand-me-down. This is the brand Zipity Zip. So again, linking to all of these. Okay, this is a really interesting one that I'm gonna link to as well. But this one's multifunctional. It has the holes for the arms, but it also has the zipper pieces that, again, I could not find, that could make it so the baby can only do this and can't put their arms through. So that's kind of cool if you want both options, or if you want the baby to be awake hanging out in their Sleepsack or something like that. It also has a hole in the back, so maybe you can put the seatbelt through or something. I'm not really sure, like smell if there's a bad diaper. And then the zipper's up from the bottom, which I like, and then the zipper, so it zippers up from the bottom, so you don't have to take that extra time to attach it. But it also has a zipper at the bottom if you want to do a quick little nighttime diaper feed and keep the baby warm and all of that sort of thing. So that's really cool. But I've already lost one of these arm parts. Like I only have one left, so it's not really functional for me at this point. And what I've learned as a mom is the less pieces, the less parts that could break or go missing or get swallowed or get mixed up in the laundry, the better. So just for that reason, it's not like a top recommendation on my list, but I'm gonna get to my top recommendations in just a minute here. But yeah, that is this one. This is one of my top recommendations. Okay, this is the Kyte brand, and I'm gonna link to it. This is a 0.5 tog and 6 to 18 months. So you can see it's pretty long. Maybe you can't see because I'm too close, but my baby is 15 months. This one fits her perfectly, but my babies are big. So like I kind of prefer to size up in these. Otherwise you spend all this money and then boom, they don't fit. So they say to like not size up, but like I feel like you can size up a little bit. and still be safe. It's a 0.5 tog, so it's really thin, nice, lightweight. It's a bamboo stretchy material, which again, I really like. I like the color, white, washable, bleachable. It zippers from the top down, so you don't have to worry about that whole annoying thing. And then it also zippers from the bottom up, like it has 2 zippers. So if you want to do the nighttime, I don't really find that I have to do a lot of nighttime diapers where the baby isn't like wide awake already though at a certain age. So I don't really think that's a good argument for these at this point, but I really like this brand. I like this tog 0.5. But again, if I'm gonna spend my money on these in the future, I'm gonna get the 2.5 tog just because it's thicker and I feel like the baby stays warmer, feels more secure, and like my house is just always so cold. So it's a personal preference, but you do what works best for you. Here is a Halo Sleepsack, size medium. This is a 6 to 12 months, 16 to 24 pounds. It doesn't have the swaddle at that age, and it zippers from the top, no, from the bottom. Wait, oh, yeah, from the top up. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. I don't recommend this one for that reason. I mean, and this one's all pilled, and that I think you can get these in not the fleece material, which would be better for next time, I think. But I didn't know that going into it. I just thought fleece would be so fuzzy and warm and soft, but like they just looked tattered and bad. But at the end of the day, they get the job done, and they basically get destroyed anyway from baby liquids and things. So yeah. Like breast milk gets everywhere. It's just like, ugh, whatever. These, I'm gonna have to look up what brand these are. I can't remember, but these, I have 2 of them. They're long, they zipper from the top down, and wait, is this the tag? What is this, the brand? Let me see. Okay, you're never gonna believe this. These are Ikea brand Sleepsacks. Didn't even know that was a thing, but I just, you know, they're fine. They get the job done. They're really good for me for backup ones. I don't pull them right away, but if they're the only things that are clean and dry, then I use them. But like they zipper from the top up, and it's just kind of annoying. And again, they're fleece, and I say they because I have them in 2 colors. So I'm gonna link to them. This one you probably can't get on Amazon actually, but I'll find the link. Not a high recommendation though. Next is a size large. Okay, this is another Halo Sleepsack, like surprise, I like the Halo ones, but this is a different material. It's like in between fleece and I don't even know what, but it's softer, it's like shinier. It gets a little worn looking, like you can just tell. And again, it zips from the top, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, but 12 to 18 months, 22 to 28 pounds. Yeah, Azura is already 27 pounds, so like she's gonna be an extra large pretty soon. But yeah, this is like, medium weight keeps her probably nice and warm, but not top on my list. Now we're getting into extra large. So this is like the lightest weight one I have. Yeah, I wish the Halo ones said the tog, but they don't. But this is super, super lightweight, perfect for summer, or if you're going somewhere that doesn't have air conditioning or something where you're gonna have your windows open or something where it's gonna be warmer. Just really lightweight, really good. My daughter started walking in it though, and like kind of wore a hole in it, but it shows you how much we used it with her. And yeah, I thought this one was really good. Again, drives me nuts that it zippers from the top down, but what are you gonna do with these Halo Sleepsacks? Now we're getting to my favorite ones, okay? This is the Kyte brand, and it is a 2.5 tog. So I like this dusty rose color. This is 18 to 36 months. Oh, this is just a 1 tog actually. Actually, I have a thicker one too upstairs, but the baby's wearing it right now. She's just waking up from her nap. I'll go grab her and bring it down and show it to you. It's a really good brand. It's really nice and thick and durable, and I've washed this a bunch. I haven't been drying them because I've just seen how pilled these other ones get, so maybe that's the key, is to not dry them in the dryer, just hang dry them. But you can only do that if you have enough, you know, and maybe you only have 1 or 2, and then you don't have time to hang dry it. You just have to throw it in the dryer. But anyway, I hang dry it and it's held up really, really nice. So I feel like they stay asleep a little bit more in these thicker ones, and I just like the quality, and they zipper from the bottom. That's all I want. That's all I want, okay? None of this hole in the back for the car seat. Like, no, I'm not putting my baby in a car seat with the sleep sack on. Okay, now I'm getting to my absolute favorite one, which is, oh my goodness, This one is amazing. This is the Dreamland Baby, and it is a weighted sleep sack. So there are other weighted ones out there. If you've heard of the nested bean, it has like a little bean or egg shape right here on the chest. So it kind of gives the baby a little weight here to help them sleep. But this one has like rice or beans or something throughout the whole front. And if I do this into the microphone, maybe you can like hear them. Maybe not, but I love it. It's a really cute print. They have the cutest colors and patterns. This one is so good, and it helps the baby sleep longer. It's crazy. So my baby, my second baby, Azura, she's 15 months. Ever since she was 6 months, she slept on her stomach exclusively. I mean, it's just not something I like, not something I endorse. I wish I could like make her sleep on her back because it makes me feel so nervous that she's gonna like suffocate or something, but she's big enough now where she can move and breathe fine. But when I put her in this, she sleeps on her back a little bit more often. And I really, really like that. I wish I would have found this sooner and put her in this sooner, like while we were sleep training, so that to help her sleep on her back more. The back is not weighted, just the front. So when I go in there and she's wearing this and she's on her stomach, it kind of defeats the whole purpose, but maybe she falls asleep on her back and then rolls onto her stomach later, you know, like but I really feel like this Dreamland sleep sack helps her sleep more longer through the night. And it's pretty warm because that front part is thick and full of these, I'm not even sure what's in them, beans or whatever. And like I was kind of afraid to wash it, but washed it, air dried it, and it's perfect. It's held up its quality really, really well. So Dreamland Baby is my number one. So I'm gonna go get the baby. She's up, she's awake. I'm back. The baby, Azura, I can't tell if we're in focus, just got up from her nap. She is in a really long sleep sack from Kyte. I love this color. I'm gonna link to it. I can't remember the name, but it's just so pretty. This would be a good boy or girl color. And then I grabbed, while I was up there, another one of the sleep sacks, Posh Peanut. This one, they have the best prints. Well, for girls, I don't know about for boys. And then the inside is this turquoise, kind of their signature. So it's very exciting, very pretty. But anyway, this is quilted on the inside, and it's the 2.5 tog. This is the 18 to 36 month. So again, I wish I would have found that Dreamland Baby, the weighted one, a little earlier so that I could help train her to sleep on her back maybe, or just get more benefit out of it while she was still sleeping on her back. But yeah, those are all of my insights. I feel like I said before, very qualified to make this video based on my experience, years of experience. Years of not sleeping basically, and then figuring out the best way to sleep. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you found any value in this video, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel out. And thank you so much to those of you who do. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.